Oh yeah. What's going on, fellas? Welcome back to another beautiful day over here on the channel. Today we are on the SEADOO Fish Pro. We're gonna take it out of the Mayport Inlet. We're gonna cruise down the beach a little bit. This is strictly a recon mission. We're gonna go try and see where the fish are at so we can come back another day and get off on them. We're gonna go out a couple miles offshore, maybe go check out some ships and really just see what's out there. Kind of just going for a cruise here on a beautiful Saturday morning. It's absolutely beautiful out here on the water. That sunrise was nice and it was very much needed. It was rather frigid out here before that sun started to peek up over the clouds. I've been sitting here waiting for it, but now I'm up, I'm ready to go. We got a full tank of gas and nowhere to be. So we're just gonna be cruising. I'm excited to cruise down the beach, go check out the Jack's Beach Pier, cruise back. I'm just stoked about it all. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy you guys are tagging along with me. Let's go have a fun recon mission. Also, before we get rolling, I wanted to show you guys this that I'm taking along with me. Picked up a satellite phone, Garmin InReach SE Plus. This is gonna be tagging along with us for our journeys here on the SEADOO Fish Pro. Can never be too safe out there. Kind of silly as well, but I bought that Garmin on Facebook Marketplace for, it was a steal. It was listed at $99. There was an older lady selling it. So obviously I brought 100. I figured that's what it meant. But I show up, I meet her in a Publix parking lot. She gets out of the car, she hands me the Garmin and a $1 bill. Like my change on the 99. Dude, I thought that was the craziest thing, I don't know. All right, I'm ready to go. SEADOO's ready to go. I'm gonna clip my kill switch back on and let's blast off out of here. To the guy that commented on my first Fish Pro video saying that he wanted me to get in a jet ski accident, I want to box your stupid face off. Not even gonna lie, this is my first time taking this particular ski offshore. So before I get out to those deep waters, your boy is just going to make sure everything's all good. Make sure we're not taking on any water or anything for sure. Smells good, sounds good, I don't see any water. I think we're good to go, bucko. Can never be too sure, man. Can never be too sure. Better safe than sorry, also. Ready to go for real now. It probably goes without saying also, but I have enough water and electrolytes in this storage compartment to supply a small village. So we'll be good out here today. It's not gonna be too hot, we should be all right. But just in case, everything is just in case. I'm trying to be as safe as possible out here. I'm just at the jetties right now. It actually is pretty rough right now. It's pretty windy on the other side of those rocks. I don't know if you can tell how rough it is. The camera never really does it justice. But it's pretty swelly out here. That pilot ship is just sending giant wake. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Woohoo! Giant wake. I got a mouthful of ocean water right now. Your boy needs to take a break. Hopefully it kind of goes without saying that I've been on boats for so long. It's been a while since I've been on a Fish Pro, so I kind of forget how to handle wake. As opposed to a boat, you just, you know, lift her up and bounce, bounce, bounce. I don't know, it's a little bit of a learning curve. I got to remember how to do this thing, but it is really rough. And that pilot boat just sent giant wake. I saw it come in, I was prepared for it. Took it like a champ. Like they say, you only get knocked out by the punches you don't see coming. So, just trying to stay focused out here, get out of the inlet. But obviously, I just want to let you know, I'm taking it really slow because one, I don't know if I trust this thing yet. So it's literally my second time on it. And two, I don't remember how to handle wake on a ski. So, just taking it slow. I think that's the safest way to do it. No point in trying to gun it out of here. Having a blast though. Mouthful of salt water, but other than that, I'm having a blast. Alrighty fellas, I'm actually gonna head back in. I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it or anything, but I actually got into some actual like risky water out there right outside of the inlet. I actually had to put my phone in the dry box in there, and it got a little crazy out there, I'm not gonna lie. The ski kept nosediving, and I know that this particular SEADOO is more than capable of busting through that and getting out to deeper water. I know that for sure. I've done it before. I've done it so many times. But it's actually so rough out there. Right on the other side of the jetties, right outside the inlet, I was getting beat up. I was getting punched left and right. The ski kept nosediving. I couldn't really get on top of anything. I had to batten down the hatches a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. But like I said, not gonna make a big deal out of it. It is what it is. To be honest, I didn't even check the weather this morning. I looked at the wind forecast and it said that the wind was low. But other than that, I woke up, I looked at the Jack's Beach Pier fishing cam, and I was like, it looks all right. It looks all right, I'll go out there. But just for a recon mission, I'd really like it to be a little more flat. And it's just super rough out there. So I'm not gonna let ego get involved and just go out there just to like show some bravado. I'm gonna go back this way. I'm gonna sightsee a little bit, have a good time on the ski. We're still gonna make a day out of it. We're gonna find something cool, let me tell you. I might pull up to this sandbar over here, maybe eat a snack, drink some Propel. But dude, got a little water in the ski. It's a different experience when you're out here ankle deep in water, because while you're getting beat up left and right, it feels like you're halfway in the water. It'll take me 4 or 5 times on this ski before I'm feeling comfortable to go 10 miles out. Because like I said, I used to do that. I used to go out to the ledge out there, the 7 mile, and be out there all the time. But I've been in boats for so long and I've learned how to navigate. Like, dude, I could go through Haulover Inlet in like a Carolina Skiff J14, just because that's how familiar and comfortable I am in a skiff. But I just forgot. I literally, like, okay, whenever you go up and down, you see how this on the right, you can kind of put it up and down. I got in the ski this morning and I was like, I don't even remember if you put that down and that lifts the nose up. I don't remember. And I'm just keeping it real. I'm keeping it vulnerable and I'm keeping it real. So I'm gonna have to tinker with that over in the calm water before I try and learn the ski out in some actual rough water. I mean, they do say that calm seas make weak sailors, but I'm not risking it. Like I said, the last thing that I want to do is tank this thing. So I'm gonna play it safe for a couple of times and then go from there. I did see a pod of dolphin though. That was cool. The sun's out. It's way more calm over here. I've been in eco mode this whole time. Put that thing in sport. We are gonna pull up to this sandbar. There you go. That's the weed line we were looking for. Chasing mahi. I'll take it. The water's nice. Oh, whoa, brother, chill. Chill, don't take the ski. Chill out, current. Chill out. About to lose the ski onto the beach. Ugh. All right. Got spooked for a second. You stay right here, son. I think about lost my phone too. She sure is pretty. I will say it's a double-edged sword because I'm kind of bummed that I'm in this predicament where I just don't know anymore, which is crazy because I used to be on Fish Pros all the time and out there having a blast. But for some reason, I'm just green again. It's been a couple years and I've been on boats for so long. So it sucks to be the guy that doesn't know everything right now, but it also feels good. It feels good to be in that situation again because we have a lot to learn and we're gonna have a lot of fun learning. And you know, but with this particular thing, it's not like being in the shop when I can make a mistake on a skiff or whatever. I'm doing fiberglass stuff and I make a mistake and it's really not a big deal. We can just learn as we go, fail, make a mistake again. When you're on a ski like this, going as fast as you are in as like remote of an area in the water, as deep as you are, you can't just like make a mistake and be all right. If you make a mistake on a jet ski, it could cost you a lot. So I'm not interested in making like too many mistakes on the jet ski. I'm okay with forgetting stuff and having to go back to the book and coming back stronger. I'm cool with that, but I'm not gonna just send it offshore on a, you know, crazy water day and just hope for the best. If I had a partner, I'd maybe be a little more risky, but going out there solo, I feel it's just not worth it, honestly. Especially when we're not actually fishing. If we were going out there chasing some big dogs and we had our rods, reels, whatever, some bait, we were invested in the fishing trip, then I'd maybe risk it a little more. But just to cruise out there and check waypoints, I'm gonna have to save it for another day. It's too nice of a Saturday otherwise to be stressed out battling chop offshore. It's actually really nice out here right now. I'm excited to go back to cruising, but I'm stoked on the ski regardless. It was just a bad day. I didn't film everything because it honestly got too wet and too risky. Right after that pilot boat, I ended up putting my phone in the dry box and I was gonna pick up with you outside of the inlet, but the inlet was actually crazy, super deep, crazy swells, really close sets. So every time I'd pop over a wave, I would nosedive into the next one. It didn't matter what angle I was at, I would pop up and just go back down. Obviously I'm trying to like keep up, but like I said, I couldn't remember the setting on the ski to keep the nose up. Obviously I would give it some throttle, how I do on a boat, you know? You kind of just like ride the wave, give it a little throttle, keep the nose up. But on the ski, I don't know, I forgot and it's all good. I admit it. I'm not, like I said, I don't really have a crazy ego or anything, so I'm down to talk about this stuff and I'll figure it out as I go. Like I said, once I leave this sandbar, I'm just gonna tinker with it and just learn the ski again. I need to get familiar with the old girl once more before I head out. I was getting a little overzealous going out this morning, but I thought it was gonna be fine because, to be honest, I thought it was gonna be really calm. And to be honest, it looks like it's calming down, laying down out there, but I don't know. I might just let it ride and go back inward. Dude, I'm not even gonna lie. I was standing back here trying to take a thumbnail. Straight up, fell off the back of the ski. Dude, I'm right here on the shore. I thought it was 2 feet deep. Dude, neck deep. Took a spill. It is what it is. Water feels good. It's actually warmer than the air, so it actually feels real nice. It's like, I'd say probably 70 something. So took a little dip in the drink, unprovoked, whatever. Didn't plan on that. Oh, it's the... Hopefully my mic's all right. Dude, see, even right here, right there where I jumped off was waist deep. It's crazy talk out here, crazy stuff. Ugh. All right, I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna enjoy a nice propel. I brought a bag of sun chips. Can't go wrong. And then I'm just gonna cruise around, man. I'm just gonna cruise around. Not a bad day. It's getting silly out here though, so I need to start cruising. Need to dry off, honestly. Hopefully you stick around for the end of the video. I actually have a pretty cool announcement, some big news, something on the way that I really want to share with you guys. So I'm gonna save that for the end of the video for the real homies, the real legends that stick around for it all. I might do it in the outro. I might do the big announcement there. So I just want to have a moment with you guys towards the end. So hopefully you've already stuck around this far through the weirdness, and then hopefully you stick around all the way till the end. I'm stoked to talk to you guys. I also bought this life jacket on Marketplace last night. Shout out to those homies, cool guys. I needed a life jacket real bad. I was about to buy one of the Magellan ones from Academy that you like pull the cord and it'll like blow up. I'm pretty sure it's automatic too with impact, but the way my brain works, I don't want to take the chance of if I got knocked off the ski and I needed it to blow up, I don't want to take the chance that it wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? So I went and picked this one up. He gave me a good deal on it because he knew me from the channel and clutched it up. So I like this particular life jacket because I can clip stuff to it and put stuff in the pockets, and it looks kind of cool. Kind of looks like a bulletproof vest. I like tactical things. I'm just keeping it real. If you have a normal product, a very mundane product, but it looks a little tactical, I'm in. Even when it comes to like water bottles and whatever. If you have a tactical edge to it, I'll spend maybe $1 or $2 extra. But I'm about to strap you guys in and we're going to just send it that way. I'm not sure, there's no agenda. This turned into a no agenda type of vlog out here. But we're gonna see if we can get into something cool. All right, let's get out of here. My life jacket was on when I fell in the water too, so it's all soaking wet. Hop back in the ski. Grab that kill switch lanyard. Tie that back up. I think my favorite part of this ski is turning it on. Yes, sir. Put it in reverse, just hold down the left trigger. And then, dude, let's zoom out of here. Is she still in sport? Yeah. Wait, no. Bingo. Let's get into something cool, brother. Set of pilot boats that almost took me out. These boats are so sick, man. Like I said, the more tactical, the better. Cheers. I see heavily for sure that the previous owner used this boat ramp quite often. I wonder if he has any waypoints out there. Whoa. Let me turn the camera, hold on. Dude, can't give away the homies waypoints. I didn't know those were there. Sweet. I'm just cruising. I see homie over here surf fishing off the edge. Got a big one. He's been fighting it for a second. Might be a shark. Might sit here and watch. Also, I don't know what's going on over here, but I kind of want to be over there. But yeah, homie has had a bent rod for a few minutes now. Slow and steady, brother, slow and steady. I'm just sitting here waiting to see what he pulls in. And I must say, it's quite hot out here now. Considering it was very cold this morning, I wish I had a hoodie and sweatpants on. Now I'm about to pop the hoodie off. I'm rooting for you, brother. Gotta be a shark though. Update, the hoodie's off. Still rooting for the homie. It's gotta be a big shark. Maybe a bull red because his rod and reel is not that big. But, oh wait, dang, he broke off. That hurts. Oh, is this some type of Halloween thing? I don't know, but dang, that bums me out so much. Lost the rig and everything. Bad day for the champ. All right, continuing our search for something cool. Dude, on my way here, I spent $40 at Wawa on waters, protein bars, Propels, and I got a French toast sandwich. It was terrible. If you take anything from this video, is don't let the French toast sandwich, sausage, egg, and cheese French toast at Wawa speak to you. Don't let it do it, because it looks really good, it sounds really good. It was terrible. It was so bad. Dude, even these little waves, obviously I'm letting that happen, but just took on a little teeny tiny wake. Dude, I'm doing something wrong for sure. I need to keep tinkering with this thing over here. Let me look it up on Google, bro. Okay, I looked it up on Google, the VTS, like variable trim system or something. It's just like what you would think. You turn it up to trim up, turn it down and trim down. But with how the arrows were, I couldn't remember if you turn it up, is that gonna put the nose down? And if you turn it down, is it gonna, like, I don't know. It was just a little brain fart, but now I understand. It just took a little freshening up. That's all it was. Now I feel a little bit more confident. This is my favorite thing to do. Just like, yeah. This is a little bit of a, what would you say, plot twist, I guess, because I was thinking that it was me that was doing something wrong this whole entire time. Ever since I've been out this morning, I thought I was doing something wrong, because when I start to like cook a little bit, like give it some throttle, it starts to pull to the right quite a bit, and then I have to counter steer a little bit to the left. But with it pulling to the right but counter steering to the left and the current pushing under me to the right when I was heading offshore, it kind of made the ski want to tip a little bit, which was spooking me a lot actually. So I probably actually need to go back to the shop and adjust the steering a little bit, because I've done a couple trials here. I'm gonna try and show you in just a second, and then we're probably gonna call it for the day, because I thought for sure, I was questioning myself, and I was thinking I just don't remember how to drive a ski like this. But I forgot that it was possible for the steering to be misaligned. So yeah, every time I give it some throttle, it starts to veer to the right, and then I counter steer. But whenever I counter steer, it starts to kind of, it's probably not tipping, but it feels like it is. So let me show you what I'm talking about. I also don't know if you've noticed that I have been counter steering. When I'm trying to go straight, my steering is to the left. All right, I'm gonna keep it dead straight. And see, I have to counter steer. If I kept going, I would have ended up over there on the docks somewhere. So counter steering sucks, but it's really just a small fix. I even just looked up something on YouTube. It literally was like a 5-minute video. So I'm not worried about that, but I'll have to fix that before we take it offshore. And that's why I kind of do these sea trials and these recon type missions before I like really set sail out there and dedicate a day to it, because now I know what I need to go back and fix. But every time I counter steer, it wants to, you won't be able to see it, because when I stand up I can't really see it either, but I can feel it, that it almost wants to like nosedive a little bit to the left, which is what was definitely happening when I was leaving the inlet. Because to battle the waves, you kind of have to gun it every once in a while, between sets, on top of sets, whatever. Sometimes you have to drop in on a set, and every time I would gun it, it would like want to nosedive, and dude, it would scare me half to death. That's why I ended up turning around. But let me look you in the eyes. I kept it real. I honestly just thought that it was me. I thought I was doing something wrong. I thought I was trimming the wrong way or something, but I should have. When I was gunning it out there, I kind of felt it, but like I said, I just thought it was me not knowing what I was doing. But now we're on a better page, so it gives us something to do on a Sunday afternoon, fix the steering issue. So I'm probably gonna hop off the water today and then go fix it tomorrow. I don't know. Dude, I thought we had a message in a bottle. Dude, there's something in the bottle. That's a nice bottle, brother. Might have to bring that home for the old lady, maybe put a flower in it. I saw some dolphin over here. I'm trying to chase him down. I've actually seen a lot of dolphin today, which has been nice. But every time I try to show you guys the dolphins, they don't pop up anymore. So, sorry about that. You're gonna have to take my word for it. But see, right now, I'm counter steering, and it feels like it wants to tip to the left. I'm about to put it back on the trailer, but at the moment I'm just cruising around having a blast. There's a ton of jellyfish in the water. It sucks that we're not coming home with any new fishing spots to cruise out to, but at least we're making it back to dry land. That's always a plus. Not gonna take that for granted, even in the slightest. All right, back on dry land. I'm gonna go get the truck, put this ski back on the trailer, and then we need to have a chat. I'm so stoked on the chat. I forgot the flops in the ski. Dude, so jagged. Dude, my feet are toast. Oh. Hey, buddy. Wish I had a snack for him. All right, let's get this ski back on the trailer. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Dude, I didn't listen to music one single time out there. What am I doing? Alrighty, she's back on the trailer. And I just want to say, if you made it to this point of the video, I really appreciate you for hanging in there. And hopefully you stick around for the outro after the credits, because that's when I'm gonna, it's gonna get a little deep, all right? So bear with me, but that's when I'm gonna start talking the talk. Somebody's about to put in right here. Let me move out of the way. It was a cool shot, but let me move out of the way for these guys. Okay, I have slightly changed the location. I had a fun time out on the water today. I'm glad we actually got to the bottom of what was going on, because it's been on my mind, but I swear to you, I felt like it was a user error rather than a jet ski error. I'm gonna have to just slightly realign everything back here, which will be a cool project, diving into the ski. I wouldn't mind getting more familiar with this thing, but regardless, had a good time. Didn't want to risk it taking it out there. Already got beat up coming out of the inlet, but dude, it's actually really calm right now. So if this ski was all in line, I'd be right back out there right now. It's only like 9 o'clock right now. But at the end of the day, don't let your ego get involved, because that's when you can start making some pretty crazy mistakes. I'm happy I'm still going home to the wife and the baby, and no complaints about that. I appreciate you for coming along some type of sea trial today. It is what it is. I'll be back out there. I'll get them next time, champ. But still, I love this ski, man. I love it. It's just a little tweaking that needs to get done with the steering, and then, dude, we're out there. We're out there to the ledge, brother. I just want to feel comfy with it. I want to feel confident with it. because I mean, I have to trust it with my life for the most part. Not only is it just already dangerous to be out there, but I also have heart failure. If you're new here, it is what it is. I have heart failure in a really rare condition called ARVC/D. So I really can't be treading water that much. I flipped a Ginu maybe a year ago, not even a year ago, close to it though. But I flipped a Ginu and I had to tread some water for a while. And luckily we were close to shore somewhat, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But I mean, we were borderline real risky for sinking the old ticker as well. So I mean, I don't want to be out in the middle of the ocean having to tread water either. But we have a lot of things now. We have our life vest now. We have our satellite phone now. We got our ducks in a row. We'll be back out there checking out some waypoints in the next couple of days. Trust me. But at least for now, had a good time out there on the water. That's kind of what it's all about for the most part. Got a little sunburn on the back of the old neck. Happy about that. Caught some vitamins out of the nice sun rays. But I'm not going to bore you any longer. I appreciate you for tagging along, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Okay, thank you for joining me in the outro. You guys are for real legends. Bear with me because this is going to get a little deep. I actually don't talk about this much. I maybe have never even talked about this to anybody before. So I don't know how this is going to go, but I'm going to try and keep it together. Also, I want to say that the reason this channel started was to leave a story behind for my family one day because of what I was just talking about, the condition that I have. Anything could happen, and I think the best thing that you can do for your loved ones in this type of scenario is just leave hours and hours and hours and hours of you just being you on YouTube or whatever platform. If you can just leave, like, dude, that's the best gift you can give anybody if the unfortunate happens. So that's why sometimes it's not super theatrical. It's nothing crazy. I'm just kind of out there doing stuff because these videos truly are for my family one day. And I promise you, like, my family, like, they're not going to be super interested in the fiberglass repair stuff or the certain skiff builds, certain dynamics of the skiff builds. They're really going to like those glimpses of, you know, just shooting the breeze. Just me being me. So this portion of the outro is going to be one of those stories, just a story to leave behind, because it is kind of a deep story and I want my family to know about it one day, specifically my daughter. I want her to listen to it one day. Anywho, so there's good news and there's bad news. I'll start with the bad news, is that we unfortunately lost our fish yesterday. We had a betta fish named Sushi. He was a white betta fish. He was beautiful. His nickname was Snoo. But there's a backstory on Sushi, and it is quite deep, so bear with me, like I said. So we have a 7-month-old baby right now, and she's perfect. She's beautiful. Everything about her is perfect and beautiful. We couldn't be more happy. A 7-month-old baby. But keep in mind that my wife has been pregnant for, I don't even know at this point, like almost 3 years now. Like, it's crazy. And we have one 7-month-old baby, if that says anything. Our very first baby we lost due to unfortunate miscarriage. It was one of the saddest moments of our life. Just the whole, everything surrounding it, all the little nitty gritties that you don't know about whenever you go into, you know, your appointments and you hear the unthinkable. It's terrible. It's traumatic. My heart goes out to anybody that goes through these situations. But, you know, me and my wife are best friends. We always have been best friends. And we always try to, you know, find a silly goose time in any situation. But this particular situation, there's really no silly goose time. Our first baby, our first miscarriage. So this was one of those times where I just kind of felt like Man, I just got to go to the pet store and come home with something. So I really didn't have anything in mind. I went to the pet store, and right when I walked in, this fish, man, this betta fish, he was pure white. He was a baby. It was just amazing. I walked in and I was like, "You're coming home with me, buddy. You're gonna make my wife very happy, at least as happy as she can be right now." So I grab a tank, I grab the betta fish, I grab some food, I grab everything. I bring him home, and that fish really was like a service animal for my wife over the past almost 2 years. So it's a real bummer that we lost him yesterday, because that was sort of like a remembrance of our first baby. I mean, we have like a baby box up in the closet with a bunch of the stuff that we bought getting ready for the baby to come on that first go around. But that's like a different type of remembrance. And Snoo was, all I can say is like literally like a service animal for my wife, for me as well. But my wife really needed, a shoulder to lean on when I wasn't there. And Snoo really stepped up to the plate. Snoo was a good fish. Nothing but good things to say about Snoo. Unfortunately, we lost him yesterday. He started to kind of go downhill maybe a week ago. So we had some special moments with him over the past week. And it's really sad. We took him out to the beach yesterday and buried him under a cross behind a church near where we got married on the beach. So every once in a while, we'll go visit him. He's in the shade, he's sleeping good, everything on that end is nice and comfy. So that's that part. That's the sad portion of the story. But with all of that being said, here's the announcement. And I mean, I don't like, it's hard to like show excitement, but dude, my wife's pregnant again. And I'm so over the moon stoked. We've been trying actually for a couple of months now. It took a couple of months, but we're back in it. We got a 7-month-old. We're about to get ready for 2 under 2. They're gonna have a 16-month age gap, something like that. Dude, and I'm so stoked. Like, but with that being said, we've had 2 miscarriages leading up to our successful pregnancy with our daughter now. So it's one of those weird moments. It's a super happy announcement that we got another one on the way. Everything's looking good. We found out a couple of days ago, and I've been, just so stoked to talk to you guys about it. I was waiting for the perfect time, and I feel like right now is the perfect time. Because, I mean, yesterday, I bought that truck specifically for this. It has a bigger back seat, 2 car seats, but I didn't want to tell you until I just had a nice, quiet moment with you guys, with like right now. I'm stoked. We're hoping it's a girl. Well, I mean, not hoping that it's a girl, but I just have a feeling that it's a girl. We got the baby names picked out for the girl. We've been talking for a while. But I know, I'm crazy. We're living on the edge. 2 under 2, it is what it is. But when you got a condition like me, you're trying to pop them out. But I'm also, when you love your old lady like I do, you're just trying to reproduce, man. I don't know what to tell you. Get as many out as possible. Plus, our baby right now is just a godsend. Literally, she's perfect. All the doctors always say she's perfect. She really is perfect. So why would you not want another one as soon as possible? So, with that being said, my wife is pregnant. We're stoked. Everything is going good. But there is still some anxiety behind it. The silver lining towards sushi passing is this. And I'm trying to really tie these things together, because on the night of the first miscarriage, I got sushi. And now we are right at about the time where our baby would be developing a heartbeat. And my wife is doing like the line progression stuff, and it just keeps getting darker and darker every single day. So I'm stoked on it. But like I said, I'm pretty sure right now we're at about the time that our baby would have a heartbeat. So it's crazy to say this. I mean, I might just be spitballing here, but it feels real to me. So I'm just going to throw it out there for whatever. But it almost feels like when we lost our first baby, it almost feels like the baby gave the heartbeat to Sushi, to Snoo. And it was kind of like, hold on to this for a second, I'll be back. Kind of like that situation. And then yesterday, when Sushi passed, I almost had like a warm feeling. It was weird because I was like, I think Sushi just gave his heartbeat to our baby. And it's weird and it's deep and it's sad, but I actually believe that. I think Snoo was holding on to our baby's heartbeat from our first miscarriage. And dude, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm stoked. I'm scared. I have anxiety towards it all. My wife is scared too. This is all just a scary experience every time we get pregnant. It sucks that it has to be that way, but it is what it is. We take as many precautions as we can, but we just kind of leave it up to God, honestly. And we just hope for the best. And we love the baby right now, you know, and we're just crossing our fingers every single day. There's anxiety every single day, but I just want to like give a moment to Sushi, you know, because I just believe it. I just believe it. Nobody's going to talk me out of it. Don't even try to talk me out of it. I believe it. Shout out to Snoo. And yeah, even later today, we're going to go on a walk. We always go on walks near where we got married, down the beach. And we're going to go visit him, see what's up, see how he's doing, you know. And then, yeah, sorry to get deep on you on a Saturday. Or Sunday, whenever I post this video. I'm not actually sure, but how to get a little deep, man. Probably the deepest we've ever gotten on this channel. But sometimes you just got to be vulnerable, I guess. So, I mean, if you've ever dealt with a miscarriage or anything, I'm so sorry. But I'm sure you can understand where we're at now, especially if you had a miscarriage and then a successful pregnancy, and then you get pregnant again. You don't know what to think. You don't know if you're just good now or if you have to be worried or whatever. I don't know. But we're going to take it day by day. But I just wanted to let you guys know because I really appreciate you guys and I want you guys in on my life because you guys are really the homies. I don't really have anybody else in my life. It's really just me and my wife, my baby, 2 cats, and my father-in-law, mother-in-law, my brother-in-law. That's pretty much it. I don't really have friends or anything. So, I mean, situations like this, sometimes you just need to chat with the homies. Sometimes you need to pull up a bar stool in the shop and just chat about it, get deep for a little bit, and then go back to shooting the breeze. So that's kind of what's going on now. And I appreciate you for getting through that. And, yeah. Baby number 2, due June 16th at the moment. June 16th, a June baby, which is cool because my birthday's in December, my wife's birthday's in January, my baby's birthday's in February. So it was like all these winter months, man. We're trying to have a pool party. We're trying to have a little sandbar party for the little ones. So hyped to have a June baby on the way. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. June baby on the way. Love you guys. Bye-bye.